welcome Doug Meetup Leader and Microsoft MVP, Cecile Dinh. Today, she will be presenting her session, Dynamics GP Upgrade, Key Takeaways and Lessons Learned. Please stick around after Cecile's session for a live Q&A.
Oh, hi. Hi, good afternoon. This is Cecile. This is my first virtual. I usually present live. Bear with me. Okay, so I will be sharing about Dynamics GP Upgrade, my key takeaways and lessons learned, because this is my favorite topic because my previous job, I did a lot of upgrades for 4 years straight before I become an end user. So bear with me. We will learn a lot from this GP upgrade topic. Okay, so let me see here. Hi again. My name is Cecile Dinh. I'm a senior Dynamics system administrator at ARC Airlines Reporting Corporation. I'm also a DUG advisory committee. And I have 25 years of experience in Dynamics GP, where 13 years in consulting, and now I'm end user. This will be my 13th year this January, and also Microsoft MVP. And I also have this Business Central. So this is my blog, CecileGP.com and DynCecile.com for Business Central. So I have my QR code here. All the links are there, and this is my email. Okay, so you've heard a lot about this announcement about GP. So my takeaway for that is take your time. You have 7 years. Some people say 5 years, but don't worry, you have plenty of time. But my recommendation is you start planning as early as possible. And because of that, we need to prepare also to be on the latest version. Okay, so I'm monitoring the chat room as well. All right, so upgrade. This is my key tip for you. There are only two things here for GP upgrade. First is the right sequence and the right checklist. If you have those two, you're good and less mistakes. Okay. All right. So, okay, before we go there. Okay. So first, review your upgrade path. Make sure it is Microsoft's recommendation, unless you're really willing to try and test multiple times. And of course, you have to create a project plan. So you have the task and timetable. And then you have these system requirements. Registration keys, get it in advance, download all the softwares, check your integration and customizations, and make sure that you coordinate with your vendors on the third-party products and let them know that you are going to do an upgrade. So that when you do this in production or you need them in live or production, they know that you're the priority or get a schedule ahead or in advance. And then, of course, you have your pre-upgrade procedures. And then, of course, install and upgrade and verify, which is the UAT. And then you troubleshoot. And then, of course, you need to have your own list of tasks, because during the upgrade process, there's no more time to think what's next. And because your mind will be busy with the execution, so you have to prepare your list first. And then, because sometimes, you do your list at the end, but it will give you a lot of headache. But if you have list in advance, you are you're on the game. You're not gonna miss anything, and then journal your upgrade, because you don't want to rely on your own memory alone, and then so that you know at what point you made a mistake. So in my case, I do screenshots most of the time, and then once I hit the error, then I put the screenshot as well. And what I normally do is I do it in two test environment. One is the dev environment where I just play around with the process of upgrade, or what will happen if I click this. So in that dev environment, I know what to do in the next set of upgrade, which is I'm going to do in UAT, so that when I do it in production, it's just the execution. I know how much time I spent. I know what to do next, so that when it happens in production, there will be no error. Okay. So also, of course, when you're doing your upgrade in dev, you encounter the error, then you read all these applicable scenarios that other people encountered. There's a lot of people very generous. They will share information online. And then, of course, you have your issue log sheet in UAT. So users will do their testing, they encounter that, solve it right away, so that when you go to production, it's not new to you. You know what to do when you go to prod. Okay, so have you asked ChatGPT or Copilot about your upgrade path? So, of course, it will tell you what's the applicable upgrade path, which is will give you the link to Microsoft Learn. Yeah, it's okay to ask Copilot, and then you verify with Microsoft supported path. And for example, you want to go to 18.7, make sure that it is coming from 18.5. And then there's no direct path. So you have to make sure that you are carefully reading all the notes. So in this case, let me show you. Okay, so this is upgrade path links. Okay, there will be no direct upgrade from 2016 to 18.6. So that's the note in that upgrade links. By the way, in my GP blog, I put all these links there so that you can look at it afterwards. Okay, so this upgrade path, I did this personally. So I'm not sure what version you're at now, but this version works perfectly for me. So from 10, 2013, 16, 2022, which is 18.5. And then I also did my own 18.2 to 18.6. That's my current version right now. This is from 18.2, so 18.2 to 0.3, 0.4, it takes a lot of hours. I'm not sure if you already done the upgrade, but these 18.2 to 18.3, I spent like probably 10 hours. And then same with 18.4, I think, because that's the usual hours, but this is surprising. When you move over to 18.5 and 18.6, it's only like 45 minutes. It's so quick. I'm surprised as well. So here's the question. Can I just jump from 18.2 and go straight to 18.6? There are other users or admins, they did that, straight hop. But for me, I prefer to follow Microsoft's recommendation. And, it doesn't harm because it's 18.5, only 30 minutes, and then go to 18.6, another extra 45 minutes. So it's okay, just to be safe. But from 18.2 to 18.6, once you're doing this hop, I only do these core modules. I'm not installing the third-party products yet. It's okay, because you will do that once you reach the final version that you want. Okay? All right. So this is my secret list. Okay. So what's about ISB upgrade path? Okay, back in here. For 18.2, you don't have to worry about the upgrade path to 18.6. For me, I did not worry about upgrade or ISB on 18.3, 0.4, 0.5 until I reached the 16th. Because once you download the third-party product or ISVs, you only download the latest version or what is applicable to 18.6. Okay? So you will go to their website and then ask your registration keys and download this 18.6 version because that's the version that you want to go to. So from here, you in between 18.3, 0.4, 0.5, you don't have to worry about the ISVs. Okay. All right. So from this list, okay, there are two kinds of lists that you want to prepare. First is the high-level plan. I don't need to be fancy with my plan because what they need to understand which is the end user. Okay, not the end user. Who are you gonna update your high-level plan? For me, it's just the IT level and the project manager in finance. So I don't need to talk to the end users about my high-level plan because the managers will coordinate the details to their subordinates. Okay, so this high-level plan, what you need to have in this information is your project task, your due date, resource, and what is the timeline in your dev environment and the UAT and the prod. In a glance, you will see all this information in one file because most of the time the end user will or the PM will ask, I want this information. I don't want separate project PowerPoint or separate emails. I want everything in one place. So this is just a simple Excel file. I update them every week. And this is the resources that I need. So having this information, the resource, you set them 2 months in advance. They will not say, hey, Cecile, because you didn't say anything. So I say, okay, all right. So you have to tell them in advance that you need them by this date. And this is the task that they need to do for you as admin, okay? And then for this info, you can also update your manager. Hey, this is the game plan, high level. They don't need to know all the details that you need to do later on. We have a separate Excel file for that. Okay, so now, as you can see, this is a very good, very simplified. Dev, in a glance, you'll know this is your timeline. And if you say, for example, Deb will start on January 8th, because the dev environment is just me. No one else in there. It's just me. So if I say 1/8, actually, I put extra 2 weeks in advance because I wanted to do early as possible because I don't want to say, oh, it's done by 1/20 or January 27, and oh my goodness, I'm delayed. And I said, you are the one who put the timeline. That means you are the one who will deliver it. So you give yourself enough time. So 2 weeks is good enough to have this buffer. So start your dev upgrade 2 weeks in advance, but you report you are only starting it on January 8th. Okay? Don't tell anyone. All right. So when you do your, so you repeat in UAT what you did in dev. This is just me. I want to buy time, less error in production, because you have plenty of time in dev. Sometimes you forget, or, oh, what did I do? What did I do in dev? But if you repeat what you did in dev to UAT, it's so smooth because sometimes you forget something, little piece. I suggest you do twice, okay? And then all issues are resolved before going to prod. No exception. So you will be a rock star if you do this approach. Okay. So by time in prod, start on Friday afternoon. If you say you're going to do upgrade in production, you have this accounting, your GP, they call it downtime. They cannot log in. So start on Friday afternoon. That means everyone log out by 3 p.m. It's up to you what time in the afternoon. By that time, all reports are already prepared. You have a list of what they need to do. For example, post all the batches, print the trial balance, print all the reports, everything that they need as a reference later on after the upgrade to be compared before and after. Ask them to do that ahead in a way in advance and set a cut-off date. For example, this is January. You just say, hey, I want your trial balance, let's say, set a cut-off date. It could be January 30th because your production will be February. You have to define the cut-off date so that when they compare the before and after, they know what date to select in the report. Yes, that's right. Print reports like each trial balance. That's right. And then, so you have your schedule Saturday and Sunday. For me, my target is to have the core modules work and running on Saturday afternoon. Although I have Sunday, but my goal is to make sure that Saturday I'm relaxed, I'm done. Friday, Sunday, I'm just reviewing my upgrade, or if I need more validation, then I have plenty of time on Sunday. So what happened to me Friday afternoon and then Saturday night, I'm done. And then I have more time to validate if my upgrade is correct by Sunday afternoon. So plenty of time. And then because it's production, I cannot test my, like Concur. I cannot, it takes time to configure Avalara or Concur in UAT. So I said, I don't want to waste time. I'll just wait until it's production. So I scheduled those third-party or cloud on Monday. But if it is like, the other third-party products like Bicorma, you can do that on the weekend, like Saturday. Do as much as possible on that day. Only reserve the cloud third party on Monday. Okay. All right. So the first theme that I test my upgrade on Monday, even if there's no Concur or Avalara, the check printing, very important. So do not say to the users, hey users, you're on Monday live. No, tell the users they will be live. They can log in on Tuesday so that you still have your Monday whole day to work with that vendor. Okay. Always give your time. Always give yourself enough time to work on the third party products. Okay. All right. So, okay. Let me just. Okay. By the way, I put this slide in the Excel file in my CecileGP.com. Okay. Next, I want to say, you can. Let me see here. It's not showing me the screens anymore, but yeah, this is my pre-upgrade checklist, if you've done this upgrade so many times, you're so familiar with, all these pre-upgrade plans. You do backup, reports dictionary, or reports.dic. When I did my hop, 18.3, 18.4, I make sure that I save the reports dictionary, because I'm not sure if this is going to be different on the other version, but just in case. So I name my file like 18.2 reports dictionary, 18.3, 18.4. So I have list of reports dictionary on each version, just in case. Okay. All right. So in this checklist, because it's very detailed, you have this on the other column, the environment. This is my dev, this is UAT, and this is prod. And then you just mark done, you're still working, WIP. And then there's, smart list. Yeah, very important as well. These third-party reports. Also, you have to coordinate with your ETL or other jobs that is running to migrate to your GP or to integrate your GP. Like, for example, we use Smart Connect heavily. So we have around 25,000 transactions per day, and it runs with a job with another department. So I coordinate that as well. I said, hey, this is our go live, and do not run this job for this weekend. Yeah, so they know. Okay. All right. So I put all the links there, including my Cecile's pre-upgrade checklist. I hope you like that. And then I do take a snapshot. A screenshot. Yeah, there's another one, a snapshot. It's a backup of Windows before you do the upgrade on each version. I do that as well. A screenshot is for the Windows or the programs before you make changes. I learned these versions before that sometimes there's an IT that, hey, what's the version before you touch it? I say, I have no idea. I forgot to back up. Now I know each time I do my upgrade, I take screenshots so that they know this is the version. There's a .NET or something. Yeah, they will look at that as reference. So you take your own screenshot as well. And when you do your install or when you start your upgrade, make sure that there's no user in there. So because if you did not check the user activity and then you run your upgrade in the middle, it will prompt you an error because someone is in the system. Or the backup, you did the copy of production that you put in your dev and UAT, it has users in there before they capture the backup. So make sure that no users in the activity before you take the backup or before you upgrade. And then I suggest you monitor the time, because that will help you determine how much timeline or how much hours you need. Maybe you need more than Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because you have many companies. And then take note of your folder path. This is the normal path, which is GP. Other third-party products, they have automatically put GP 2018 in there. So if you didn't really look at the folder path, you click next. At the end, you'll say, where's my third-party module or the product? How come it's not saying click yes? When you run your utilities, there's new code, click yes. It's not prompting. It's because it went to different folder. Okay, so when you go to 18, when I did my upgrade and reached the 18.6, this is what happened. So before you uninstall GP, you have to remove these power tools. But you say, oh, I forgot, I already uninstalled GP. It's okay. And here's the instruction. If Microsoft Dynamics GP is already uninstalled, please delete dynamics.set launch file left behind in the application folder, and then rerun this uninstall. Okay? So before I do these hops on different versions, I made sure that there's no GP folder in there. I'll make sure it's all clean. Because when you uninstall GP, the folder is still there, and for some reason it's not clean. I don't wanna spend time with that troubleshooting. Make sure it's all clean. No folder, no GP folder in there. And then once you reach the 18.6, it's showing this error. It will not show in the 18.4 or in the earlier version. It will only show in 18.6. If you are not using SSRS in GP, the out of the box, you just hit cancel. It's okay. But if you have a lot of reports and you are using it heavily, there's a link here. This is the link. I put it in my blog, and it's from Biat. So it's a very good blog, and it will help you, and it will assist you how to back up your SSRS reports before you delete the folder. Okay, so just follow that instruction, and you'll be good. But if not, you're not using SSRS, just cancel it. Okay. Whenever I do upgrade, I do the old school. I do the Dynamics GP import, and then get the reports dictionary and import. So remember earlier I said there's a backup of Dynamics reports that DIC in each version. I import it first before I move on to the next hop, so that I can say, I'm now on 18.5, and then this is the reports dictionary. So just to make sure, so I'm trying to avoid errors, so I back up. Okay, yeah. So I also monitor disk space after each version. So yeah, most of the time that's my usual error, the disk space. And then of course, generate trial balance each hop. This is your own validation as admin. Each time you go on each hop of GP version, test your inquiry and batch posting, and then uninstall GP, delete GP folder each hop, create issue, and activity log. Yes, take space. Most of the time, the temporary, the temp DB, or the logs, the SQL Server log increased. I don't know why it multiplies. So make sure you have more space in there. Yeah, in the log. All right. This is the official document. I put this in my blog. And then, yeah, so that's it. Do you have any questions? Okay, so I think we'll go back in Q&A. Oh, have you yet? Oh, yes, that's right. Think about the jobs performing the upgrades. Yes, exactly. You have to turn it off. take screenshot. So actually, in my upgrade checklist, there are tabs in there. So this is my task, the list of tasks that I showed you earlier, and then there's another tab that I put, and these are my registration keys. Everything that I do in the upgrade, only one file. I just do tabs, and then all my screenshots here, and then there's list of jobs, the ETL, all these, the vendor or the third-party products. What do you do after you release or just after production upgrade? Do you have the key users test first? Yes. In UAT, you select users who will be part of your initial testing. Same set of users will be in production, because you don't want to tell everyone, the 65 users, hey, GP is back online. You only select how many? I think two in sales, 2 in AP, 2 in GL. Yeah, so make sure that you also run all those Smart Connect integration. That's a lot. Because the 18.6, the Smart Connect integration is different, completely different. It's like, oh wow, make sure that you back up as well your maps in Smart Connect. Okay. Oh yes, good point. Pull back up. Pull back up, and the recovery model. Yeah, make sure that you also pay attention to that. It's in my list. Okay. Anything else? We have 10 more minutes left. We have customized SSRS report. I did not do anything in there. It just worked perfectly. As the modified is just fine. I guess this is it. Okay, so yeah, make sure your ISV gets updated at the same pace as GP version. I didn't do that. The ISV. I only upgrade. Maybe, yeah, I think your point, if it is in different version. No, I think in 18.2, I started with 18.2. I didn't take care of the ISV until I reached the final destination, 18.6. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's just fine. It's simply because the latest ISVs, they only look what is the current core module or the tables of the latest version. So yeah, after you upgrade, you have your sign off. So in Teams, we have the group chat just for the for the test users. So I created the Teams chat, so everyone will chat in there, update what's happening in their testing. So I think I like it because it's more interactive. So yes, that's right. Yeah, exactly. So I think I was pertaining to this Avalara. I think I didn't. Did I still? Now let me just go get. Oh yeah, that's right. You just have to include all this ISVs. Exactly. I did my ISV. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's right. Because I took all the screenshots, including these. I see. For E1, I did not take care of that until 18.6 path E1. Oh no, just the Smart Connect. I did not take care of the Smart Connect, but I did my the Smart List Builder and the extender. That's right. Sorry, I got mixed up. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, you will see all my list in there. All right. So again, thank you so much for joining this session. I really appreciate it. You can send me email if you have any other follow-up questions. Okay, thank you so much.